What's a misanthrope, Arthur?
Some bugger who fucking hates every other bugger.
Hey, I didn't ask you, you black bastard.
He's right, Sam. A misanthrope is one who hates humanity.
Is that what we are? Misanthropes?
Good Lord, no. We're a family.
What the? Look at that. I think that's like coyote crap. What's that line from, what's that movie? Full Metal Jacket? Is that you, John Wayne? Is that me? Only after you eat the peanuts out of my shit. Look at that. Thing's full of, like, seeds and shit. So I think that's the animal that's been digging up my vegetables. He only passed by here and tried digging in my avocado bed. Started pawing around my mango tree. Look at the new growth. It's all twisted and curly and warped. Hopefully it's the tree just getting adjusted to its new place, and maybe that's why some of the growth is coming out bad. But this is my Manila mango. And that's the result of me tipping it. We've got 3 branches coming out and more little bumps as well. And these cameras just don't focus, these phones. Pinkerton's still alive. No leaf drop. New growth. Been taking off the flower clusters. Look at all this new growth. New growth everywhere. Nice and healthy. Let's check out my babies. Got a nice little cluster going on over here. Like I said in the previous video, I'm not going to do any thinning. I'm just going to let them grow. They may not grow out big and bushy, but every plant has a nice cone at the top, and that's what I'm going to harvest. So, like I said, think of each of these spots as one plant with multiple branches coming out. Yeah, I'm having a cigarette. Gonna have to quit soon, man. Got a baby coming. Not my baby. My brother's baby. And that's what I tried to say in that Sun Also Rises video. Wasn't that clever? The sun also rises, and then I realized, oh, I can spell it S-O-N. Because my brother got the job done. He got himself married to a nice Chinese woman that he met in China. I couldn't believe that my brother married a Chinese woman. My generation, our generation, the Chinese, the first generation Chinese that were born here in America in the 60s and 70s, our parents wanted us to assimilate so much that they didn't bother forcing us. Oh yeah, this is a new site that I decided to plant a couple more seeds, and that's why nothing's come up. This side only one has come up, so this one's going to be the champion. We'll have ourselves a nice plant grown in here, and of course my sativa strain grown in cups. I've got 7 that survived, and eventually I'll pop 1 or 2 in this planter box as well. The sativa plant that I discovered last year grew over here. So if you look at my last year's grow and you pan by one of my updates and you see the plant that was growing here, and I'm like, I don't know, it kind of looks like a male. It's kind of stringy and lanky, but let it grow out and see what happens. And I'm glad I didn't pull it and juice it, because it turned into a female. But yeah, I'm going to be an uncle. Uncle Zen. Which has given me pause for thought, because maybe I'll stick around here a little longer. have some place for the kid to grow up. It's a gated community. Everybody needs like some kind of home base. It's a tough, cruel world out there. My brother has a steady job, but he's by no means rich. And, you know, the kid will have a place to come down to. And I said I didn't want kids. I don't want a wife. I don't want the responsibility of taking care of kids. I've got a 19-year-old cat that I'm constantly freaked out about if something happens to her. I just couldn't deal with it if I had somebody that I really cared about as far as a significant partner. And then kids. Got to worry about kids. I mean, I get to be as selfish as I want now. Well, not anymore, because I got to be responsible because I'm going to be an uncle. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the first generation Chinese that grew up in the States, our parents wanted us to assimilate more. So I know I was saying all that stuff about hating Trump Hicks and having mistrust of white people, but I am fucking whitewashed, okay? They call me the dirty banana. It's kind of a joke, you know, the banana, Asian on the outside, Asian on the outside, white on the inside. But if you want to talk about my whiteness, you can call me white trash if you want, because I grew up around San Carlos in San Diego, which is bordered by El Cajon and Santee, and everybody around San Diego knows all the racist motherfuckers are supposedly from Santee. That's our straight up trailer area. Meth smokers, all that shit. If you want to go into stereotypes and generalities, which is what I like to do. So yeah, I'm the best assimilated. I mean, you could just listen to me. I've listened to other podcasts, and you can kind of hear, I can almost tell when somebody's Asian, even if you don't really hear any accent, even if they're born here. If they're raised in a really Asian household and they've been taught Chinese as a child, there's something in their voice, or the way they speak, and you can tell they're Asian. If I never even said I was Asian, you guys probably wouldn't be able to figure that out. That's how whitewashed I am. But I do speak a smattering of Mandarin. Ooh, more babies. Coughing up a lung. So yeah, I've been doing my video podcast diary series about me coming home and being depressed and having to deal with a crazy fucking idiot of a mother. Woe is me. I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. I mean, look, if there's a pandemic now, what better place than to relax than a gated community out here in a county of San Diego, and not up in LA where I moved down from, man. I moved down from LA in the nick of time. Pollution, homelessness, fucking COVID everywhere. Look where I get to convalesce. I am lucky, okay? Because I do have this place to just convalesce in. Sure, I got to deal with my mother, but she'll be dead soon, hopefully. And then I'm going to see what I can do with the family fortune. Dad left some money. I'm going to start learning how to manage it wisely instead of this fucking safe limited fund they have it in that's been steadily losing money every year. We're in like the biggest boon ever. I mean, the bubble's gonna pop, but I mean, the market's been growing crazy and everything like that, and we have these money managers who, to them, they're just doing what my father originally set out. My mom doesn't want to do anything with. Thank God my mom isn't directing it. She'd give it all to Jehovah if she could, but luckily my father's smart enough not to leave her in control of anything. As far as being able to give it all and donate it all to the church. Because he knows she's fucking crazy enough to do something like that and screw the rest of us. Try not to step in this coyote scat. But yeah, I finally took a look at the paperwork. I think we have money managers, and they've never made us any money. It's steadily losing money by a couple percentages each year, you know? And there's always opportunities to be made. This pandemic's going to leave a new future. It's going to be more automation. People are going to become unnecessary. A lot of people are going to become unnecessary, and that's a good thing. To a nihilist misanthrope, which I call myself, nihilism, if you listen to a quote from my favorite movie, The Proposition, no, that's misanthrope. What's a misanthrope? It's a fucker who bloody motherfucking hates all the other bloody motherfuckers. Man, I hate when I can't get a line out. And I hate editing. You're not going to see me with a chopped up YouTube video where I'm self-correcting myself all the time, cutting and editing. I'm just going to do free flow speech. And today I'm sober. I'm going to do like my I don't know how many more ZTGSs I'm going to feel like doing, but some I'm going to drop oil and see where it takes me, and others I'm just going to record something completely sober just to show you guys that I'm not completely dependent. I'm not fucking stoned all the time. Like I said, I only generally do it once or twice, but it's been crazy recording these stories, how it led to me sending out emails and getting in contact with my old buddy Surreal, who we're going to start up our show tonight. I got to run out. I forgot to check on Amazon and order some stuff, but I need to get myself a mic. And we're going to record a new set of shows. If you guys want to check out my Surreal xenophobic show, that's a little taste of the tomfoolery you're going to get. A lot of N-word talk, a lot of racism, a lot of misogyny, a lot of misanthropism, if that's a word. Just two gamer dudes who fucking like to troll people and who basically hate everybody, and we're going to blast everybody. So, yeah, you're going to hear some of our views on what we think about white people, what we think about black people, what I think about all these Asian protests happening over Atlanta. Oh, 6 out of 8 were Asian. Exactly. If the dude only wanted to kill Asians, why did he kill those other 2 white women? He just killed people that were working at the massage parlor that he likes to frequent. The fact that Asians predominantly work at these sex massage parlors, that's your clue. So it wasn't predominantly Asian hate. You could say that maybe Trump didn't help by saying shit about, the Kung Flu and all that kind of stuff. Maybe as he's shooting these women, he's thinking, oh, bonus, they're Asian. Maybe, and Asians are bad, so maybe it's all right if I shoot them. But it wasn't. I mean, he said it to the investigators. If he wanted to fucking say that it was all about race, he would have said, yeah, those dirty, good-for-nothing hookers, tug job workers were Asian, and that's why I killed them. No, he did it because he's a self-loathing Christian, and he hated the fact that he loved tug jobs, and God doesn't. And that's why I maintain it was more about religion than it was about race. But you're going to hear more of that if you care to, because I'm much better when I'm speaking and feeding off somebody else. That's why I need a partner. And Surreal is perfect because he doesn't say much. He's just going to point me in the right direction and let me go. Shit, I got water boiling. I gotta go in. I'm cooking up some home fries. Home fries for Mom. I'm gonna make some sausage, some scrambled eggs. I'm so happy when I learned how to make home fries. Just boil the potatoes. Slice them up, boil the potatoes for about 5-6 minutes. Cook them up in olive oil, regular olive oil, folks, with butter. Get them nice and crispy on each side. Home fries. I forgot to feed the birds this morning. I actually woke up later than I wanted to, so the birds have kind of all, I don't know, there's a little peeper. He's like, where's my food? I saw them peeking out at me. Anyways, this is to announce the new Zen and Surreal show. Not sure what we're going to call it. Maybe we'll call it Xenophobic again. I still own the URL to xenophobic.com, spelled properly. If you look at my YouTube channel, the way it's spelled, Zen, Zennnofobic, that's because I've had 6 different iterations of how to spell xenophobic, because YouTube keeps deleting my channels for content. And my YouTube channel is sacrosanct. Now, I don't want them to touch it, so I'm going to start a new channel. Eventually, we're going to get kicked off all platforms because of all our racist, misogynist hate talk. And then we're going to put it on torrents for the gamers, for the people that know what a fucking torrent is. And we'll see how that show starts. But got to go out, get my mic today. No Amazon. I'm actually going to go to Office Depot or Staples or something like that. And we'll start the show. This is a short one, but it will be a ZTGS. Number 5. Good morning, everybody.